stay hot tub. Hot, stay, hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber dub in the hot tub. Rubber dub with me. 2, 3. Stuck in the hot tub. Yeah. Will you make me sweat? Yeah. Chilling in the hot tub. Yeah. Will you make me wet? Yeah. Well.
What's up, Wildcat?
What's up, man?
You got that flannel shirt on?
It's cold. It's like, I don't know, 50. They said it was 40-something out there this morning, but it was 50. It was 52. It was 52 according to the old dashboard thermometer.
Yeah.
It's 62 when I got down here, by the time I got down here. But
yeah, maybe up in Alabama in the 40s. I'm not sure around here. Who knows? But I'm not questioning you. I'm not
cold.
I'm not questioning anything. Good morning, Jim Bob. How you doing?
All right.
Jason Kovaleski, how you doing, sir?
Good. How y'all doing?
Doing great. I'm trying to find the. Here we go.
How are you feeling? Your throat was a little bit rough. You know, I recently went to the doctor because I kept hearing a buzzing noise.
Yeah.
He said there was a bug going around.
That was good. That was good.
Was that a good one?
That's good.
Okay. We'll keep that one.
That was like, I thought mine, I thought I had the best years. I came here to raise hell. I can't believe people, the way they treat Elvis Presley. All these protests going on about the king. I mean, that was good. That was a good one.
No, that wasn't.
I don't feel good after looking at my picks last week in high school football. I had 5 of 8. Jason, 5 of 8. Jim, 5 of 8. You know what? Everybody, Jeremy, 5 of 8. Kyle Vandergrift, 5 or 8. And I forgot the ones we lost. Do y'all remember who we picked wrong?
No, I sure don't.
There was 3 of them, but anyway. Anyway, college football picks. Let me check that out real quick. See how we did. I think Jim. I think you won. I think.
I know I missed on Michigan. I
missed that one too. I missed that. And I saw Michigan Eddie at the Cajun place, and he was upset at Michigan at first, and that worked out for him. Just see, I was 8. I was actually 9 of 15. Jason, you were 8 of 15.
Yeah.
Jim was 11 of 15. One again.
Nice.
11 of 15. Brian was 11 of 15. Ward, 11 of 15. Jeremy Pridgeon, 9 of 15. Kyle Vandergrift, 11 of 15. So we were tied for first, but you and I are off our game. We were down. The Michigan game cost us, and I forgot what other game. I think the Auburn.
Yeah, I picked Auburn.
I picked Vandy over LSU. I think you guys had LSU.
I had LSU.
Yeah, I picked LSU. You're right. All right, let's take this phone call. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Coach Steve from Mosley Swim and Dive.
I
and
know
Cat
that
5
voice. Yeah, what's up, Big Daddy?
Well, we had the county meet last week, and so I wanted to give a little update on that. The North Bay Haven boys dominated on the boys' side, and Arnold boys were second, Mosley boys were third, and then, Bay High fourth. They got the kind of small team. And on the girls' side, the Mosley girls dominated. North Bay Haven girls were second, and the Arnold girls were third, and Bay High was fourth. So that ended our regular season, and we kicked off the state series yesterday with 1A, and that's North Bay Haven is our only 1A team in town, and they absolutely dominated that meet, winning the boys and the girls. So North Bay Haven is district champions, girls and boys.
Wow!
I mean, they dominated the whole meet. I mean, they were
Congratulations.
They were placing first and second and just tearing it up, doing a good job.
That's awesome, man. So what's next?
Well, we got tomorrow. Arnold, it's a 2A district meet, and Arnold's in that, and Bay High's in that. So we'll see how that goes. And then next Tuesday, is the 1A regional meet, and then Wednesday is where Mosley is 3A. That's when we go to our district meet in Pensacola. So everything's starting to kick off here for the state series and the championship season. So up till now, everything's been practiced. Now it's for real.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've been going at it for a long time. That's where's the state meet at?
State meet is in Ocala. They got a phenomenal facility down there. Got an indoor 50-meter pool and an outdoor 50-meter pool and plenty of stadium seating and just a real nice venue.
How's everything going down at the bike shop?
Hey, we're keeping everybody rolling, man. We're fixing them right and left, keeping people getting up and down the road.
And how many days until Christmas, Wildcat?
65 days till Christmas.
Baby, that's the place you want to go. You want to get a good bike. Hey, Steve, I was up in, I can't remember if it was Mountain Brook or Homewood, one of those towns up there. You know how, you say in Birmingham, but you got all those places around Birmingham. Yeah. I went and looked at the same bike you had. It was the exact same bike was $3,000 more.
Wow.
I mean, that's an expensive place to live up there. The markup up there was crazy. Yeah. I need to tell those people up there come down here and shop for bikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, when are you going to come back in here?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. I could squeeze in there on a Monday morning.
Whatever you want to do, man. Just come on in. Let me know the day before. Hey, what about college? What about college football? What'd you think? Anything shock you this week?
No, not really. It all. I thought Ole Miss was going to take care of business, but Kirby Smart was just too smart for him, I guess. So he made the correct adjustment.
He always does, man. That was a heck of a football game. But I'm not used to seeing Georgia's defense give up that kind of points. People just go up and down the field on them like that.
Oh, yeah. When they started off, I'm like, my God, they're going to score 100 points each, man. They're going at it.
I don't know how good anybody is, not in the SEC. I don't. I mean, I know people get mad when I say that, but I just don't know. And everybody's talking about Alabama's really great and getting better and better. Their offensive coordinator is incredible. The offense is good. Defensively, I still got a lot of question marks on defense. I mean, they're getting it done, though. They're getting better and better, but we're still having stopping the run. Yeah, it's getting. Yeah, you're right about that.
In the next few weeks, the cream's going to rise and everybody else is going to fall. So we'll find out.
Yeah. What about them Auburn Tigers, man? They're the best 0-4 SEC team in the country, in the SEC. I mean, they 2 games they got robbed, and the other 2 they could have. I mean, they could very easily be 4-0 in the SEC. They find ways to win, to lose.
Yeah, they do.
Missouri finds ways to win. They find ways to lose. It's crazy.
When you got that kind of talent and you consistently fail at the end, you got to blame it on the coaching.
Yeah,
because you got to get those boys up, man. You got to get them going.
Specifically, quarterback development.
Yeah, and that's the guy he wanted.
Yeah, he's picked the last 2.
And that guy, when he was at Oklahoma, he didn't do much.
He got benched. So
yeah. Anyway, what do you think about Florida? You win a game, you get fired. We told you it was coming, though.
I think they decided to fire him. They decided to fire him 2 days before. They just figured they'd get through that one more game.
Yeah. Hey, man, I feel bad. Hey, it doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. He'll be fine. I think he's a pretty good coach myself.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it didn't work.
Pressure of those types of situations very well.
He was stubborn, didn't get an offensive coordinator, and that came back to bite him. Wait, what's a better job? Steve, what's a better job, Penn State or Florida? And let me say something, though. If Florida, you're going to get fired every 4 years, they're going to have a new coach, unless you win a championship. I mean, think about it. How many different coaches they've had since James Franklin's been at Penn State? Penn State's a blue job.
I would look at, from a coaching standpoint, I would look and see who had the best buyout on the contract, and that's where I would go. You're not, if you're not perfect, you're going to be out of there soon. So you might just want to look at the buyout clause and make sure it's big enough so you can parachute down softly.
Why would they not do like the NFL? All the commissioners, SEC, Big Ten, ACC, Big 12, to get together, the commissioners, the presidents, and meet in Vegas, meet somewhere and say, look, going forward, this is what we're going to do to save our universities. We're not going to give more. We're not going to give more in a 4-year contract. We're across the board, every conference. We got to be on the same page. We're going to give these head coaches a 4-year deal and not pay them more than $11 million. And if they don't like that, let's go hire somebody else.
You can't. That's against the law. That's actually truly against the law. You can't do that. I forgot. I used to know what it was called, but it's like, if they did that, they would have charges brought against the NCAA and whoever are the coaches, because that's you can't like all the bike manufacturers and can't get together and fix. You can't fix pricing. You can't come together as an industry and fix pricing. You have to have an open market.
There you go.
So,
I learn something every day. I get up.
Did you go to school when you went to Ole Miss, Southern Miss? Did you ever go to class?
I was a honor student. Thank you very much.
He's a football player. We don't play class here.
Yeah. But you got salary caps in the NFL. They got to be a way around this.
Yeah. Salary caps are different thing though, because you still, players and their agents can still negotiate salaries. It's just the NFL is restrained to negotiate that salaries within the cap. So
we can't have a coaching cap.
You're not saying we're going to pay all quarterbacks this and we're going to pay all defensive linemen this, and that's all we're going to pay them. It's still a free market negotiable. They just have a cap on what they can spend.
Yeah, so, they're smarter than I am. They got to come up with something though. To pay somebody $75 million not to coach is crazy.
It just shows you how much money they really have.
Exactly.
Well, it's crazy unless you're the coach. If you're the coach, it's not crazy.
Yeah, really. That's true. That's true.
Lane Kiffin's about to get a $70 to $80 million buyout. From Ole Miss.
I think it was a fake site that said he just signed a 5-year extension making 13.4. I think that was one of those made up BS.
No, it might be, but he's definitely going to get a big contract.
Did you see Jimmy Sexton was with him before the game? And he's with Kirby also. So they're probably sitting around, well, we can do this, and Kirby, this is going to make you get a raise. And, of course, he gets a raise every time they get a raise.
Yep.
It's like every time something good goes here, Wildcat gets a raise. Anyway. Well, Steve, come on in. Let me know when you want to,
joke.
Okay?
All right, I'll text the boss lady and get her to set it up for
All right, buddy. Good. Hey, thank you. Good luck with the state meets.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you.
All right, we got some sad news to report. Jason, I'm going to let you go ahead and report this.
Yeah, just if you do pray for Kim Lee Sellers and the Vic Sellers family. Vic passed away yesterday from complications, so I don't want to get into too many details because it's just fresh, but the family's going through a lot. They're great people. We've had him on the show multiple times. He promotes the Riptide and Muscle for Heart bodybuilding contest here in Panama City. Just a really, really good man. Everybody that met them loved them as people. So just a sad day for their family. So just pray for Kim Lee and his son. So just a sad day.
Yeah, they would come here over the years and did a great job visiting with us and promoting all the bodybuilding competition in Pensacola here, statewide. And you were a big part of that. And Wildcat love Vic. I mean, they're great people, man.
They were really good people.
They were always interesting. And
they love coming in. They take pictures and everything. They were just really good people. He was up in Birmingham for a while, too. I remember talking to him about that.
Yeah, and I think he worked or ran down there at Treasure Cove Marina. So yeah,
I shared that. But when he worked,
great people.
Everybody had anything to do with him. Just love the man.
Yeah,
I'm looking at all these different people, what they're saying.
All the friends and stuff that have poured, just condolences to her and the family and the son. I mean, it's just a sad thing all around.
Yeah, great man. And
he'll be missed.
Yep. I hate that for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Let's tell you what, Jason. Let's start with you. What's going on? We already talked about what a great job Steve does down at that bike shop. I tell you what, their prices on electrical bikes are the best around. There's no doubt about that. Those things up in there were, I couldn't believe it. Of course, that was a really rich area. What's going on down at Max Fit Sports Nutrition?
Well, we just got our Transparent Labs deals still running. 15% off all Transparent Labs. So really, really good line. They don't use any artificial colors, dyes, sweeteners in their products. So you come down, grab a free sample, and get 15% off through the end of the year. And we have our free sample bar where you can come down and try products before you buy them. We have our InBody 570 at both locations, and we're located in the Del Cordano Village on 23rd Street and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
They do an incredible job. They got a machine down there to measure body fat and everything else. They get you on a diet. They can get you natural things to help get your cholesterol down, which I've done. It's amazing everything they have down there.
We did just get in our ivermectin fendizabal. I know people are a little scared a little bit by the parasites and stuff, so that's a parasite cleanse. I mean, I know a lot of people took ivermectin during COVID as well, so we do have that mixture now in both stores.
You okay back there?
Yeah, I was just real interested in that because I had heard something earlier today about the parasite cleansing thing, and I thought, hey, being how I had cancer and I had to go through it might be a good idea for me to start on something like that. So
yeah, it's only like $36, $37, so it's not something that's going to break the bank either.
I can afford that on what you pay me.
Absolutely. Glenn does a cleansing about every other day. You part of that? I didn't know. It's
I'm not
just
sure.
don't be around when Glenn has a cleansing.
Take a break. Somebody help.
I'm going to keep away from that one.
Yeah, you stay away from Glenn about every other day. Anyway, let's talk about some of the other great people we have. J. Michael's Restaurant, world famous J. Michael's Spaghetti, one day away. Today's special down there is quesadillas, black beans and quesadillas, really good. But they got their burgers, their steaks, their pork chops, and all the seafood. Everybody knows how good the seafood is down there. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. If you want to stay warm in the winter and cool in the summer, and you don't want to pay these high, outstanding power bills, you got to call Stevenson Air Condition. Let them come out and service before the winter and before the summer. If your power bill is going through the roof, you got an old one, get rid of it. And don't go national. Anything you see on TV, just turn the channel. You want to go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. They're the most honest, hardworking people out there. They are number one, not even close. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Beef O'Brae's, Lynn Haven. If you're over there, you got to go see Pat Perno. The guy's a great city commissioner. His restaurant's second to none. Customer service like you would not believe. Yes, Wildcat, they got great onion rings, chips, and food. Everything's good.
Man, the best.
Tomorrow, 10 wings inside. Can't beat that. If you want to go watch all the NFL and college football games, that's the place to do it.
No traffic with plenty of parking.
We're already down there. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
All right, let's do that and get a free jewelry cleaning, free jewelry inspection. As I said before, 65 days until Christmas. You can custom design a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry, and they can have it ready for you just in time for Christmas. Gold's at an all-time high, so if you need some money, they will buy your silver and they will buy your gold at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
That's the key word, Lynn Haven. We get back, Coach Floyd, Rutherford High School, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wanted to reach out and smack someone?
You can't fix stupid, but you can divorce it.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
And on behalf of 70% of the Alabama fan base,
feel the burn.
We want a damn divorce.
The Red 7T's studio line.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
He has not turned the ball over.
Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and temps near 79. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 6 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Sunny tomorrow and a high 80 with a gentle breeze. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 79. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
If you got more A's on your truck than you did in high school, you might be a Bama fan. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 high school football. You gotta love it. Last week, Arnold took it on the chin by Mosley, 49-0. Bay High School loaded. They are the king. Bay 27, Walton 21. Then you had Cottondale 48, North Bay Haven 22. You had Chipley 36, Destin 6. You had Baker, he's back, 48 to I think 24 over Freeport. And we had, let's see, we all got beat by Florida A&M. I think it was 28-14. Central 51, Vernon 8. Ooh. Sneeze, they played last night. I think he won, didn't he?
No idea.
I got to look that up. South Walton will cover that. I tell you what, go South Walton Seahawks. Great job,
that
man.
really surprised me.
That Wakulla, usually bigger school, one town, one school. Hard to beat them.
A lot of tradition.
Yeah, that great job by South Walton, man. The Seahawks are incredible. 38-35, great football game there. And then we had Rutherford and Bozeman. I think that's for the championship. We got Coach Floyd on. We'll bring him on now. Coach, how you doing, sir?
Doing well this morning. How you doing?
I am doing great. Give us a lot of names, the kids that played well in the ball game. Give us a little rundown.
The usual, because Ian Rochelle did well later on in the game. He provided us a sparks, a couple forced fumble strips, touchdowns, big catches, things like that. Good tackles coming out here. Braylon Hurd was able to get a scoop and score on because Ian stripped fumble. He was able to get behind the defense a couple times. Got a touchdown, get behind something had like 100 yards receiving. Both of those guys did well. Jalil did well throwing those guys the ball. Didn't do a whole lot of running, tried to stay in the pocket and throw it a little bit, or was forced to get it out of his hands through spies and things like that. Jamarion Blunt played pretty solid. Didn't get as many touches as we wanted them to. As far as the screen, they did a good job playing the screens. That's kind of, stuff that he kind of does a good job at doing. As far as the D-line, at times we had good guys on the front line. Elijah Wardrop, Ladarian Stewart, Joaquin H., and then Freddie Escoto had some good times down there, made some plays. Guys kind of got the game kind of got away from us early on, so playing catch up with the offensive side of the ball, so kind of being one dynamic, only being able to pass at times. So, but those are some names that did pretty solid. But the guys ended up fighting and not quitting whenever the game looked like it was out of reach early on.
Hey, Coach, what happened to your quarterback? I was at the game in person. You guys were hanging in there. It was kind of back and forth. And about 4 minutes ago, Your quarterback just went down like there was a sniper on the grassy knoll. I mean, he just went down, wasn't even hit. Was it Achilles or what exactly happened?
Yeah, non-contact injury. We actually on the way this morning about to take him to a specialist over in Tallahassee so we can just get the ins and outs of what's going on and try to go ahead and get through the process. So, again, non-contact injury, those injuries normally pretty bad. So, I mean, he's definitely going to be out for a while. And just main focus is trying to get back in.
Was it his ankle? His knee?
Yes. No, it's ankle. It's ankle.
Wow.
Yeah, he wasn't even hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, so it's crazy. You go through a lot throughout the course of the season, taking big shots and things like that. But then, you get taken out by non-contact injury.
Right.
Kind of ironic, but it's part of the game and it happens. And we're gonna try to pick them up as far as practice and game. But yeah, it definitely was big shot, a big blow at us, and a big blow really at him. As far as but right now, just focus on him being okay mentally and everything else, he's young enough that's going to take care of himself once we get it taken care of.
Right.
Well, I tell you, I hate it for you. That was the district. If you win that, I think you win the district. Now, I think we got to wait and see what happens. I do believe if Bozeman wins the game over North Bay Haven, they will be district champs. Is that correct?
Correct. But yeah, I mean, but Bozeman didn't win the game because Jalil got hurt. So I don't want to say that. The game was in hand already before he went down. So when he went down, it was probably like 6-7 minutes left, and it's still an uphill climb for us. So they had already did the work that they needed to do, and it was just on them to continue to either get stops or trade touchdowns to finish it off. So Bozeman actually won the game prior to him.
Right.
They was in control prior to him going down.
Let's focus on this week, man. I mean, Bay is hot. That's a big, huge rival game. They're loaded. Coach has got that thing cranked up over there. Give us a little scout report. What do you think? What do you do?
Well, yeah, I mean, Bay has always had talent. The last 4 years, they have plenty of talent. Always been fast. This year those young guys have grown all the way up. They're seniors. Most of them are seniors. Then you got a couple of young guys that are adding to that thing. So the defense is pretty fast, man. They coming down really hard, crashing with those ends. With T.J. Davis being, one of those players that may not be as big as Lacavian Jackson, but he kind of plays similar roles. He can play anywhere on the football field. And then as far as the other end on the other side, he does a good job of crashing down hard. The linebackers come down here, they pick it up, put it down, they reading guards, they do things that they're supposed to do. The DBs are holding down the fort behind, and they'll fly around a little bit. So, I think Coach Andre Hardy-Grady, he's doing a pretty good job with that defense, man. And then as far as the offensive side of the ball, everybody knows what they got when it comes down to, Amari Johnson, DJ Davenport, Clements, the big Javari Bowden. So, and then as far as in the backfield, you got MJ Wilkinson and then TJ Davis. So, and then the offensive line is pretty stout. They've been with each other for a while. So it's gonna be a pretty good experience when it comes down to playing them guys to see where we at. Because again, our guys, we don't have to get our guys out to play this game, and I'm pretty sure they don't have to get their guys out to play this game. And then when you're down the quarterback, they're probably licking the chops a little bit, but. We come to play some football, man. We're excited to go out there and get on the field and do what we do. But it's going to be pretty solid, getting creative in the offensive side of the football. And then defense, you got to play defense regardless. So that ain't got anything to do with quarterbacks being on the field. So we're excited to go out there and get it on with them guys.
This Friday night, Bay versus Rutherford, huge rivalry game, the oldest in Bay County. And then the last game of the year, another rival game. I think you got Arnold, right?
Yes, sir. Focus on Bay High, though. This is the rival when it comes down to, our school. We got cross-county rivals, but this is the one that, again, we don't have to get everybody up to play this game.
Coach, we appreciate you, buddy. We'll talk to you next Tuesday, and good luck to you, okay?
Hang in there.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right.
Here's your rundown this week. You got Arnold at Rickards. That's going to be a tough game. Bay versus Rutherford. Mosley will play Thursday night, Tommy Oliver versus Gulf Breeze. North Bay Haven for the district championship, I believe, against Bozeman. Bozeman wins it. They're the champ. Walton at Freeport. Destin at Booker T. Washington. Vernon at Cottondale. Port St. Joe versus Baker. Wow. Then you've got, I think, it's South Walton versus Pensacola Catholic, I believe. And you got Weewall playing Jay. I think that's what it says here. So that's your lineup. That's what the games we'll be covering this week here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You talk about high school football, it makes me think about Taco Bell. You go there for lunch, breakfast, dinner. They got DoorDash. They got 3 great locations in Panama City Beach, Callaway, and, of course, the one we all talk about down in Tiger Shark Land. Port St. Joe, Tiger Sharks. What do they say?
They got those new chicken tacos.
They got some good stuff. I tell you, they got the best tacos anywhere.
I'll tell you what we say. We say,
go Tiger Sharks. Lord, I Layton. Get out Taco Bell, support them. They're always supporting you, Tiger Sharks. Make sure you support them. All right, I know where I will be Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. I'm going to watch Auburn kicks off 11:45, I believe, the kickoff time, at Arkansas. And all the other 11 o'clock games this weekend. I'll be at the Cajun Place, and you should be too. You're talking about having a great time. Run to everybody. See those Michigan shirts like Michigan is in there all the time. Ohio State, Oklahoma, Texas, and, of course, all the teams around here. Get out to that Cajun place, have a wonderful time. They're going to open the doors at 10, and you can have your brunch there. Then at 11 o'clock, the special kick in. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. Unbelievable. You can't beat it. Gordy's whole family was there. All of them were down there. Yeah, they had a good time. Now, Sundays, the North Shore Jazz Band plays from 10 to 12. Then the NFL games, they kick in, special start. If you're a Saints fan, wear your Saint jersey, they score a touchdown, go ask for a free Jell-O shot. Same thing for the LSU Fighting Tigers. Once they score, go ask for a free Jell-O shot, and they'll get it to you. That's a huge game Saturday night, LSU, Texas A&M's, and Baton Rouge on a Saturday night. Go check it out. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Dr. Ward is the answer for you. If you're listening right now in Northwest Florida, there's an office near you. Listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, and he did a great job in his picks this last week. Dr. Ward, the man, the myth, the legend. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
360-degree protection of your home, 365 days a year, one low monthly price.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control offers an affordable program that provides our customers with peace of mind. Brock 365.
We like bundling pest control with termite protection for a low monthly payment. We couldn't be happier with the results. Most treatments are done outside, and we haven't had any issues in over 3 years.
Call us today for your free consultation.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Summer is finally here. Now is the time to enjoy your lawn with cookouts, pool parties, or just catching some of that summer sun. Don't let fire ants ruin your day. Call Turf Pro Pest Control. Turf Pro will come out to your property and eliminate fire ants quickly. We guarantee it. Call Turf Pro. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions. Or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport. The best place in town to take a leak.
This is Coach Stephen Pearl. Your home for Auburn basketball on the Panhandle is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Hey, you want to have a great time? Get down to Newbies. You want to watch all sporting events? Get down to Newbies 2 on the Curve. You're over in Bay County. You're over across the bridge. You're in town. Get out to Newbies on the bay. That beautiful blue facility there. Southside, watch that beautiful water. Look at the moon. Have a great time. But then head out to the mothership on Panama City Beach. The best entertainment in Southeast every Friday and Saturday night. John and Charlotte are going to make sure they have it for you there. Kathy, Will, they all do a wonderful job. Get out to one of the 4 Newbies. Have a great time. They're always giving back to the community. Let's make sure we support them. Jim, a lot of things happened at FSU. Everybody was waiting yesterday to see if they were going to fire him or not. And they came out and supported him to the end of the season, I guess.
I had really good intentions the other day. I was trying to stay up to watch that game. I didn't make it, so I didn't see how the game ended. And if you're a Florida State fan, or just football fan in general, there's just too many of these games that come down to goal line. What's the end? Why do they not have a camera right looking down the goal line? It's like, to me, it looked like he scored. It did.
It did.
It did. And then you have the same thing happened before, with Georgia and whoever they were playing, 2 games ago. It's just,
Auburn.
It shouldn't come down to that. It just shouldn't. As a player and a coach, your season, your whatever shouldn't hinge upon some guy looking at a camera or a little teleprompter or whatever and decide, well, he scored. No, he didn't score. It's just, there's got to be a better system than that. That's just, and I don't know what the system is, but it looked like he scored to me. I mean, it did.
I stayed up and watched it. And
I did too.
When they, I think I texted you late at night, and then they scored. I thought it was easy. I thought it wasn't a big.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a hard call at all.
The problem was the call in the field, and I don't know what that ref was looking at, but he was laying on top of the defender in the end zone, like the ball was across the goal line, and I was like, okay, well, at least they have a chance to tie this, because the hit on Castellanos to me was dirty. I mean, late to the head. I mean, it was dirty.
That was a cheap shot, big time.
So I just wanted to see them get back in it and win a game. That one's, to me, wasn't on Norvell. I know that we've talked about these trips east to west, west to east. They're not the easiest in the world, playing at 10:30 at night. I think we were up there at 12:30 at night and commented on that. So just not a great situation for Florida State. And now where do you go from here?
Yeah, well, who they have, they're off this week, so they don't play again until next Saturday. They got Wake Forest, and Wake Forest, I didn't know a whole lot about it, so I looked it up like I always do. They're 4-2. They're 1-2 in the ACC. Their wins haven't been against real powerhouses, I gotta be honest. They beat Kennesaw State by 1, beat West Carolina pretty easily, lost to North Carolina State, lost to Georgia Tech by 1 in overtime. That's probably their best game all
year. You put an
year.
asterisk next to that, because Georgia Tech jumped off sides, and it would have given them a first down, ended the game. They didn't even call it, and that was a terrible call.
Yeah, they beat Virginia Tech by 7, and they beat Oregon State, who's awful.
Yeah.
So, when you're talking about Florida State football nowadays, you can't really make anything about, because it's not about them. It's about Florida State, not about the other team.
Right.
They just got to get better. I mean, I don't know what the secret is. Castellanos, he's got 2 weeks to kind of heal up. I don't know if he's in a protocol. Sure, it was a cheap shot for sure. So we'll see. But man, they got to get some wins here.
You didn't get to see their backup quarterback. I like his passing ability. Now, I'm sure the other kid's a better runner, but this guy's I think he's got a pretty good arm. I feel more comfortable him sitting back in the pocket throwing the ball than who they have now.
Yeah, with the way their wide receivers are, they got bigger wide receivers. I think he can be a better fit. It just depends on how Gus, utilizes them.
Yeah.
So he played pretty well in that, considering the spot he was thrust into. No practice, no preparation.
Yeah.
Hey,
get in there.
Get in. It's fourth quarter. Go win a game. Yeah. Made that really tough pass, really tough catch to get him down there. Then I didn't even think they were going to call the pass interference in the end zone, because it took him like 5 minutes to get it out of his pocket, and the guy was face guarding, holding on to him. We got to clean up this officiating. There's got to be some accountability. What's weird is ACC was giving us that inside look of the process of how they were doing. They
did in that game.
They didn't. In that,
Why didn't they?
I have no idea. And it was just that call, because earlier in the game they had a call like that they went through. So the last call of the game on the goal line, where they usually this is what we're talking about, and showing the inside views of how they decide these reviews. They just didn't on that last play, which kind of seems kind of shady to me.
I'm not really a get on the officials person, because I don't think that they decide the game, but recently they decided that game for sure. And it's just, I don't know what the answer, because I see calls all over. I see them against Ohio State. I see them against Alabama. I mean, I see them everywhere. It's not just one team. It's not just one conference. It's everywhere. Yeah. They're like, what are they looking at? I mean, I coached and played for a long time. It's like, what are they looking at? What are they seeing that I'm not seeing? That's not a penalty, or that is a penalty. Well, regardless, either way, I don't get it. I just don't.
I don't know if we need somebody in a booth that's overlooking all the calls, reviewing every single one. I mean, look at the Texas A&M Notre Dame game. I mean, they tackled a guy in the backfield at the Texas A&M score. That didn't get called. But you can go back, and I hate to do that, because, you can always go back in a game in the second quarter where everybody's like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. It's the second quarter, and see missed calls, missed holding calls. So I just think officiating overall is bad. But if we're going to have this much money online, if these coaches are going to, lose this much money when they're getting fired, and you have to have some accountability with the officials, have them answer some questions after the game, in a closed environment. Maybe have 3 or 4 reporters, say, hey, what were you seeing here? Explain this here. It doesn't have to be something nefarious where you give out their address and names, but at some point you have to have some accountability for these officials. I mean, it's embarrassing to the game.
Let's talk about FSU. What's happened?
I think it's a
what has
culture
happened?
thing.
You know, we've said this for going on 2 seasons now. It's not physical with them. It's from the shoulders up.
Yeah.
I don't know if Norvell's letting the inmates.
I would say from the chest up.
Yeah.
They're missing that heart. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a mental thing with them.
When it gets tough, these guys have quit the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever recovered from missing out on the playoffs. I think that's a completely different Mike Norvell coach. He had a 16 or 17 game winning streak, 13-0 that season. He didn't forget how to coach.
Right.
You know, they make one bad mistake with the quarterback in the portal with DJ, and then, you know, those guys just have quit. I mean, last year they quit. This year it looks like they packed it in. So this is the NIL area that you have to coach against. These kids already got paid. If you lose 2-3 games, you're out of the playoffs, and some of these guys have aspirations of playing big-time football. They're mailing it in. I've seen it a lot.
They said there's some kind of saying that he has, and they said they're kind of mocking him during the game when it was, you know, if that's true, then he's lost them. They don't believe in him.
I've seen some stuff on Instagram. You know, they just released some pictures of the new facility. Some players are making fun of it about how they didn't deserve to be in it and stuff like that. I can't believe they didn't fire him, and not because I'm a fire anybody type of guy. I think Mike Norvell is a great coach, great man. But you're leaving your fans, your entire program hanging. I mean, just cut it off, get a new coach in there, and start recruiting your tail off. You know,
here's the thing. Now, you play like world beaters against Alabama, and Alabama was kind of sleepwalking. They were. But how do you go from that to losing to Stanford and losing to Virginia and losing to whoever? I mean, it's like this is mental, 100%.
The Virginia game was an eye-opener for me because you have to bring that intensity, and we talked about this after the Alabama win. You got to handle adversity as well as you do success, and they didn't handle success very well. The Virginia game, they just didn't tackle. Virginia ran all over them, and it just looked like they didn't have that intensity and effort that they had against Alabama, and it just showed.
Yeah.
And I think Gus hasn't called the best games either. I think that offense is sputtering a little bit. They're kind of confused on what to do with Castellanos if they shut down the run game. He's not a pocket passer, so where do you go from there?
Right.
They got a lot of issues. It's just too much to even just pinpoint one thing because it's defense, it's offense, it's the offensive line. Even that last play of the game, the guy blocked the wrong guy. I mean, he ran over the guy and still got the touchdown in my opinion. But if he kicks that defensive end out, the running back shoots straight in. There's no way that guy has an angle to stop him like that, but he blocks the wrong guy.
Right.
And he was running for his life all night. I mean.
And this goes back to the same old thing. There's so many fans out there, so many just people out there out in media world. Well, it's NIL. It's the transfer portal, you know. They haven't got they got to spend more. Guys, it's not how much money you spend.
No.
It's who do you spend the money on. That's completely the difference. It is. It just is. Because obviously they spent a lot of money. They got a lot of transfers. So how is it different at Florida State, who has all the transfers and they're struggling, in Indiana, who got guys from James Madison and they're kicking tail? It makes a difference who you spend the money on and who you decide to keep or not, or to let go.
I think culture is
it's culture,
as
100%.
important as anything in nowadays. Because when you're paying 18, 19, 20-year-old kids $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, they've already made it. What's their motivation to win? What's their motivation to get up every morning at 6 a.m. and grind and try to make that next step to make everybody better and be selfless? Because a true team, you have selfless players. I mean, we always talk about Ohio State, but that's the team we watch. Jeremiah Smith isn't on the sidelines pouting because Tate had 12 catches for 200 yards. He's over there congratulating them, saying, let's go because we won the football game. So culture is hugely important in this era, and it's going to be hugely important moving forward. You better pick the right guys, and you better have some guys in there that set the standard for your program, and this is where high school recruiting comes in, and this is where we always talk with Florida State, where they lack. If you don't have that foundation to set the standard within your program, then you're going to fall way behind.
And I'll just mention this before we got to go. We almost got to go here. I think Norvell's going to be whacked after the season.
100%. They can't.
He's going to be gone.
Yeah, he's lost the team, unfortunately.
That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money.
I think that's the only reason he has the job now. I don't think they have it right this second. I think they've talked to the boosters yesterday. They're getting it, but I don't think they have $50 million to be like, hey, go away. And then hire a new coach. That's going to be also very expensive.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I love this man, the legendary Dr. Ward. The guy's one of the first doctors ever trained in robotic surgery. People come from all around to have him operate on him. If you get any type of injury, call Chad Mitchell, make an appointment. This is his 26 years on Bay County sidelines. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody's committed to the community like that. He didn't have to do that, but he does. He's a great man. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We got Jason here, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You want to look better, feel better? Jason Kovaleski can make that happen. 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. Also, don't forget about Steve's Bike Shop. He just told you the state championship series getting ready to start with the swim teams. Steve is a swim coach at Mosley, always giving back to the community. They've had a bike business since 1979. They know what they're doing. Prices are great. Great selection of new and used electrical bikes, the old standard bikes they work on. They do it all. Christmas is coming up. Right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. Vandy Roofing. Kyle does an incredible job. Legendary family. But not just roofing. They can design and build anything. Commercial, residential, doesn't matter. But if you're looking for a roof, go Vandy Roofing. Go local, Vandy Roofing. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turpro Pest Control. Patrick does a wonderful job. Another local guy that's incredible. Beautiful daughter is a cheerleader at Mosley High School. And you want that yard look like a golf course. We all do. He can make it happen. You got bugs in the house. He can make them go away for good.
In case you hear something buzzing.
Hey, once was enough, okay?
That was good.
You're pushing it, man.
That was good. That was good. All right, we'll be right back. You ruined that commercial. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and temps near 79. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 6 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Sunny tomorrow and a high 80 with a gentle breeze. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 79. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. College football's changed. we say it all the time. You can't. It's like you never know. Just like last week, Miami ranked number 2, Ole Miss ranked number 5, Texas Tech ranked 7th, LSU ranked 10th, Tennessee 11th, Southern Cal 20th, Memphis 22nd, Utah 23, Nebraska 25. They all lost.
Yep.
Every single one of them lost. It's going to happen again this week.
Oh, yeah. We said this before. We've been saying it for going on almost 2 full seasons now. This is not like the old days in college football where you got to go undefeated. There's only 2 teams that make it or only 4 teams that make it, and style points count, and you got to win 60 to nothing. That's not true at all. You got at least 12 games. You lose 1 or 2, that's okay. It's not the end of the... Now, the fans don't see it that way.
No.
Right.
But that's reality. That's reality.
Starting in 2026, SEC, if you go 9-3, honestly, you've had a pretty good year. And we just got to get used to it. And it doesn't mean you're out of it anymore.
Right.
You still, like you pointed out a year ago, you still can get in the playoffs, so calm down. We're firing people too quickly.
Look at Notre Dame. They started 0-2. They're going to be right there. That's a dangerous team, too.
My whole life, I've never really been a Notre Dame fan, but if you watch them play, I don't care who they're playing. That's not... People get all worked up about that. It's how they play.
Yeah.
What do they do that's going to be hard for other teams to stop? Man, Notre Dame is probably the best running team in college football. They hammer people, and they got 2 great running backs. Holy crap.
Yep.
Those guys are the real deal. Now, do they have issues on defense? Yeah, they've gotten a little better, but they're going to make it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
100%, because they got nobody left.
And here we go again with Notre Dame. They don't have to do what you got to do in the Big Ten, the SEC.
Yep.
They don't have to play a conference championship game.
Yep.
They play 1 less game. They don't have...
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And we let them do it.
But
we just let them do it.
They're really good on offense.
They can do anything they want to do because it's Notre Dame. And I think they should join the Big Ten or SEC. That's just me.
I think they have to. I mean, I guess because, the way it's structured, they're never going to be on the top 4. I guess that's a deterrent, but...
Do you pick it? All right, let's just say I'm going to go Alabama, Georgia meet again. Georgia's only got 1 loss. Let's say Alabama loses Oklahoma. They go in. They got 2 losses. They're ranked in the top 10. They get beat by Georgia in a rematch in a close game. Georgia kicks a field goal. Alabama now has 10-3. They lost 3 games. Notre Dame is 10-2. They didn't have to go play a championship game. You put Notre Dame in over Alabama?
I don't punish teams that play in the championship games. That doesn't mean you can't drop them in the ranking. But if you're in and you're playing a championship game while other teams are sitting home, I don't put you out. So I would put Alabama in.
Yeah, I hope the committee's like you. This is what's happened, as we all know. Fired schools that have fired their coaches: Virginia Tech, UCLA, Oregon State, Oklahoma State, Arkansas, Penn State, Alabama, Birmingham, Florida, Colorado State. Now, Colorado State just happened Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So that's I don't think we've ever had that many coaches fired in the middle of the season.
Not that I can recall.
In my lifetime. I don't remember this. Again, everything's new. Now, I want to ask both of you to be fair and balanced. Take off your Big Ten hat, take off your SEC hat. No, Penn State is a blue blood. They've won championship. They had Paterno, whatever. He doesn't get won 400-something games. They win. That is a great, great job. They're in the Big Ten. You got all the money in the world you need. Florida is in the SEC. You had 2 coaches win national championships. Florida is a blue blood. But which one's a better job? Penn State's probably been a bigger name longer. I mean, think about it. SEC, Florida didn't win many SEC championships until Spurrier got there, right?
No, they didn't.
So what is the biggest name? What is the best job? Being fair and balanced. Which one's a better job?
Well, I'm biased. I think Penn State is, but it's an easier path. I mean, you're not playing as many teams that can beat you week to week in the Big Ten yet. The gap is closing, but still, I mean, if you look at some of these schedules, like who's going to win with Florida's schedule this year? Nobody. You're going 4 or 5 losses. Now, would the committee put you in with 4 or 5 losses? Probably not, but you're playing Texas, Georgia. I mean, you can go down the list. I mean, Florida's schedule is a gauntlet. So Now they have some recruiting advantages. To me, who's got the most NIL money? That's what it all boils down to. Are you going to invest in players? Are you going to buy me the guys I want? Are you going to stack 5 stars and get me the best quarterbacks in the country? If you are, because to me, Florida invests a little bit more in NIL, in my opinion, than what they were doing at Penn State. But you just gave the coach $50 million to go away. And for me, if you're going to hire a new coach and not invest in NIL, what's the point? You know, if they hire Matt Rule, I'm going to laugh because I think that's a stupid move, and I think it was a drop below what Franklin could do there. But to me, it's all about NIL. I mean, who's going to spend and invest in the players?
What job's better?
I think Florida's probably a better job. As such, because, Penn State has won a lot of games. They've won a lot of games with Paterno and with Franklin here. But you still got to get by Ohio State, and you still got to get by Oregon every year, and now maybe Indiana. Of course, in the SEC, you got your issues too. But I think you can get the players you need to be a national champion at Florida easier than you can at Penn State. That's just my opinion. And let's just talk about Penn State real quick. I thought about this the other day. I'm like, Matt Rule's going to go to Penn State because he played there back in the day for Joe Pa. Okay, let me throw the name out there. Scott Frost. Okay, Scott Frost played at Nebraska, did a great job at Central Florida. What did he do at Nebraska? Nothing. Absolutely not. So here's my point. Just because you played there doesn't mean any. What has
Matt Rule done at Nebraska? What is he doing as his current job? He just lost to Minnesota or whatever. I can't even remember.
On the other side of that, Kirby Smart played at Georgia, and he's done a great job.
Right.
So, but it doesn't. There's no guarantee that. Well, you played there, so you're going to win. No, that's not necessarily so. It's just not. It's just not true at all.
I think fans have to understand this NIL world is a totally different world for coaches. You can't be hard on kids. There's no slam dunk hires out there. I know everybody wants Lane Kiffin, but Lane Kiffin's never been to the playoffs. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't kill it at a place like Florida, but Ole Miss has invested in players and NIL.
State, don't go to Ole Miss yet. Let's say on Penn State in Florida. I'm a coach, all right? I'm looking at the situation. You can win a national championship at both schools. You can. You can. You can do it. You get 108,000, 110,000 Penn State. Florida's got a little bit smaller stadium. Recruiting, you're in the state of Florida. But if you're a coach and you look at the fan base, and I'm not being critical, I'm just the fact. James Franklin went to Penn State. You can stay there and build a program. Look how long he survived not beating the big.
That's a good point.
You go to Florida, you're going to be fired within 4 years if you don't win a championship. That's just you're going to be fired.
But I think James Franklin got a lot more rope because he took over, not immediately, but he took over in the wake of all that Joe Pa mess.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think people were looking, well, okay, look what he inherited. Look what he took over. That's not true at Florida, I think that gave Franklin more rope.
One of the big advantages I would used to give before NIL to Florida would be recruiting base. That makes no difference anymore because Penn State can go down there and say, look, this is the number one player in Florida. Here's $1 million. And if they don't match it, guess where he's going to go? He's going to Penn State.
When we were growing up, we would never lose a player from the state of Alabama to Oregon or to Ohio State. Wouldn't happen. Would not happen.
And you get half of them instead of Auburn, And 2 years ago with that stacked class, you got one guy of the top 10 in the state.
Think about this, too. In Florida, you're going against FSU, Miami, and everybody else in the country.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Penn State, well, they recruit nationally, and they got good players up in that region also. But as a coach, you got to think about your family. How long can I survive? Do they give me enough time to build a program? Where do I want to live? You got to look at all those factors. But you got to realize you go to Florida, they're going to fire you, I think, quicker than probably about anywhere else. Florida, Auburn, LSU, Alabama, they're going to fire you quick.
And is that situation stable? You got Scott Strickland who's made some bad football hires in the last 2-3 hires. I mean, he's going to make this hire. If he fails this one, he's going to be gone. They don't have a president. You got to factor that in. So a lot of the decision makers aren't in place yet.
Saying everything we said, and all the positive, all the negative. If I had here, coach, here's your job. You can have Penn State or Florida. Me personally, I'm going to Florida, even though I think it's a tougher job. What about you? Where are you going to go?
Florida.
Where are you going to go?
I would flip a coin. I would lean towards Penn State because I think it's an easier path.
And you can stay longer.
Yeah.
You survive. I really believe you survive longer. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We appreciate all of them. The legendary J. Michaels. We're in J. Michaels Studios, by the way. You want some best seafood, the coldest beer, that is the legendary J. Michaels Restaurant. If you're over in Lynn Haven, you want a great meal, you got to go to Beef Road Ray's Lynn Haven. I love Pat Murno. City Commission over there is incredible. And you're out that way anyway. Let's go see Russ and Amber. Let's go do some Christmas shopping. Let's just go get our lover a nice necklace, ring, watch, just something special.
Do something that you can design and have a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry that can be handed down through the generations. You can design it, they can create it at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven.
Be careful of skin cancer. Women, you got to worry about breast cancer and skin cancer. It can be deadly. Protect your skin. If you have any issue, it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, call, make an appointment with Dr. Ward. The guy's office is throughout the Panhandle of Florida. And listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. That is Dr. Ward. We'll be right back. Thank you, Wildcats. Right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and temps near 79. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 6 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Sunny tomorrow and a high 80 with a gentle breeze. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 79. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn Haven. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
His biggest fear about the zombie apocalypse is all the walking. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live from the J. Michaels Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates brought by Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. That's the great thing about them. You call them, they tell you you're going to be there at a certain time. They're there. They are there. That truck's there, and they correct any problem in your house. Matter of fact, they can coach you up and tell you what you need to do to help make the house stay warmer and cooler. They are number one at what they do. They are the experts. Locals, taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Most honest, hardworking people out there. Don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Alabama's offensive coordinator, he was interviewed yesterday by my daughter and a bunch of the reporters there in Tuscaloosa, and he had a couple things to say. He said, started off before he took questions, he said, I've coached in the NFL, I've coached in a national championship game, conference championship games. He said, I have never in all my years coaching have seen anything like what I witnessed Saturday night. The atmosphere was the greatest I've ever seen. It was electric. He said, I have never seen anything like that. then he got into the what went on, and it was electric. If you didn't watch the game, if you were there, talked to people that had been at the game, Jamie was there. They did something they never do. They played Dixieland Delight twice, and they just don't do that thing. Incredible atmosphere there. I got to give DeBoer credit. He has done a great job. And what I said before, I really truly believed it. And I kind of see the same thing with Novell at FSU. If you practice a certain way and expect certain things, one day it should be the same way every single practice.
Right.
And, Alabama after FSU game, they stepped up and got it really going in practice, and they have since then. The lack of discipline in his first year, the things we talked about, the defensive play, the offensive play calling, everything I was really hard on him about, they've corrected. I got to give the man credit. He's a good football coach. There's no doubt about that. They still have some problems on the defense side of the ball, especially stopping the run. That can come back and bite us in the future when we play a really good football team. Offensively, I think we're really good. I think Alabama's got a really good offensive football team. The offensive line's improved quite a bit. They're actually starting to run the ball more and doing a better job running. But stopping the run the football probably are two weaknesses. But we're getting better. I got to give him credit. We're getting better, especially on the offensive side. And that offensive coordinator is as good as I've ever seen. He might be the best offensive coordinator Alabama's had, even when all the years Saban was there.
Considering where they were last year and what they're doing this year.
Oh, my God, it's like night and day.
Yeah. I mean, and the development of Simpson, too.
I thought about this a lot, because a lot of people were busting on Alabama. You lost it. I want to go back to 2014. All right, Ohio State, Alabama. We watched the game at your house, and Alabama lost to Ohio State. But that year, when Ohio State was national champ, 2014, they lost at home to Virginia Tech. Okay. Now I looked up. Virginia Tech that year was 7-5, so it wasn't like they were some big world beater.
Right.
So my point in saying this is, it can happen. It can be done. Ohio State, I think. Alabama's definitely going in the right direction because they're playing very well on offense. Defense, like you say, they still got some issues, but compare that to where they were week one. Oh, my God, it's like night and day.
And I really believe they need to win out. I really do. I don't think they can lose another game, then go to Atlanta and lose the SEC championship game. I'm not saying they will, but if they did, now you've got 3 losses.
Right.
That's
and
tough.
Losing to Florida State, the way Florida State's going now, people are going to hold that again. Well, you lost to Florida State, and they're 3 and whatever.
Yeah.
That you're right.
And the real poll comes out, about 2 weeks?
Yeah,
I think it's in 2 weeks. That's what we're going to see. Do they really care about strength of schedule and everything else? We shall see. But Alabama at South Carolina, 2:30 ABC. South Carolina was preseason top 15 team.
Man, they've really taken a dive.
They've lost 4 games since all the hype this summer.
I got to quit picking them in Auburn. Every week I keep expecting them to come back and look like they did last year, and it's like
not so much.
They get worse and worse and worse.
I really thought they were going to have a good year. They've got some defensive players, the quarterback, but they've had their issues, no doubt about that. Alabama did set a record. They made history in the SEC, winning 4 consecutive teams against ranked opponents with no bye week. South Carolina offense has not been playing very well. I mean, just to be honest, they haven't. Defense, they have a hard time stopping the run. And now that's not the matchup we're looking for. Tennessee had a problem with the pass, and we took advantage of that. Tennessee had the number 1 offense in the country. Our defense held into half of what they were averaging. We still gave up too much, 20 points, but they got a good offensive football in their offensive scheme. So defense is doing better. Now, do we go in this game and run the ball and have a successful job running the football? I'm not worried about the offense because that coordinator designs plays that work. He knows he sets up plays. He gets you in the defense he wants you in. He takes advantage of it. The guy is brilliant. I mean, I can't say enough good things about Grubbs. I didn't know how. I should have known because Saban tried to hire him a couple times. He wouldn't come. Weird, he wouldn't come work for Saban.
Right.
That's kind of.
Well, he's loyal to DeBoer until he left Washington. So.
Yeah, I had to go take that NFL job. I get it.
I'm looking up South Carolina stats, and their quarterback Sellers has been in 7 games has been sacked 25 times.
Yeah.
So if Alabama can get a little bit of pass rush, that would go a long way too, because that's a lot. 25. Oh my goodness, that's over 3 a game.
I think this is a great game for Alabama for where they are, and just get in there and work on the run defense, work on the run game, because this is not a good South Carolina.
The thing concerns me, 4 ranked opponents
Yeah.
You going on the road.
Have a letdown.
You got LSU after this game, which is a huge rival game for Alabama. It could be a trap game. South Carolina plays really well against Bama. They should have beat Alabama last year in Tuscaloosa. Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
They had them on the ropes.
Yeah,
they could have won that game.
You know, Sellers going to have a good game at some point.
Yeah.
He's not going to have a bad game every single game.
And the atmosphere of that stadium is really good. Hester told me they got great fans there. We got a girl that grew up, went to Arnold. Kim's daughter cheers there. She cheered at Tennessee.
Yeah.
South Carolina's lost 4 of the last 5.
Yeah.
South Carolina, now Beamer has got a good history of doing a really good job when they're double-digit underdogs. I think he has like 6 wins, one of the thing, or anyway, does a good job like that. Now, DeBoer, you look what he's done in Alabama against ranked teams, unbelievable. But he's had a problem against teams when he's been favored. And on the road.
On the road.
Favored against Vandy, lost. Favored against Tennessee, lost. Michigan, lost. They were all on the road, okay? So I think we've overcome that. It looks like we have. We'll know this week. This is a big football game. You can't lose this ball. You get upset this one, that blows everything out of the water.
Yeah.
Then you've got to win out.
You got to win out, win the SEC.
Yeah. But we'll see. 4-5 record away from home at Alabama. So you got that playing in. Let's look at the offense. In the SEC, Alabama's offense in scoring is 7th in the SEC. They 35 points a game. South Carolina is dead last. They scoring 20 points a game.
Ouch.
Okay. Scoring defense. Alabama's actually 5th in the SEC, giving up 17 points a game. South Carolina is 8th. They give up 20 points a game. Total offense, Alabama is number 8th, 427 yards. South Carolina dead last, 16th in the SEC. Total defense, Alabama's 4th, South Carolina's 10th. Rushing offense, you go down the list. Rushing offense, Alabama's terrible. They're 14th in the SEC, only 125 yards. South Carolina is last. They're averaging 106 yards. Rush defense, Alabama's 13th, South Carolina's 12th. Pass defense, Alabama's 3rd in the SEC, South Carolina's 14th. Pass defense, Alabama's 2nd, South Carolina's 4th. You would think, looking at all this, you think Bama would go in there and take care of business. And if they don't, we'd totally be disappointed in this. Again, how many they've lost in a row now?
4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. You got to go take care of these ball games.
And that Virginia Tech game was actually close to the very end, too, when they were playing. I think Sellers got knocked out of that game. So I think this is a get-right game. As long as they're focused, which, like you said, this could be a trap game, but I think they come in, work on the run game, grind it down, and smash South Carolina into where they deserve to be.
All right, just yes or no on these. This is some of the experts. I forgot what, I want to think it's ESPN. They got Alabama 31, South Carolina 13. I think it's closer. I don't think.
I think South Carolina played a little bit better at home. I got like 31-17, but it's close enough.
All right, they got Oklahoma 24, Ole Miss 23. Did you agree with that, yes or no?
No.
Where's it being played?
At Oklahoma.
I don't believe in this Oklahoma
Game
team.
Day's going to be there. No, the SEC Nation's going to be there. I'm sorry, SEC Nation.
Lane better win this one, I will say that.
He can't lose this one.
Well, the playoffs at least.
Oklahoma's offense has struggled. Defense is outstanding.
Yeah, defense is really good. I mean, Venables can coach.
On the road, Lane lit it up for 3 quarters or 2 quarters in Athens. I don't know. Vandy 28, Missouri 20. Now Game Day is actually going to be at Vandy. It never has happened.
That's at Vandy?
At Vandy.
I would take Vandy.
Over Missouri. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mississippi State 7. Listen to this. Mississippi State 17th, Texas 13. Mississippi State's defense can get Texas's offense.
And
guys,
where's it being played?
at Mississippi State, I believe.
Yeah, that's possible.
When, as the coach of the Texas program, do you at least try your backup quarterback? Like,
what's these deals with NIL? Are they guaranteed they have to play?
They probably told the Manning family a lot of.
Well, look at GJ last year at Florida State and Arch this year. I mean, I don't hate nothing against Manning, but he's just
look
not
at Auburn. Look at Auburn. Why the hell they don't give another guy another shot there?
Exactly.
Well, he said this week that they're going to split practice reps with the backup, which is the kid they got from Notre Dame late, the 5-star kid. So
there's got to be
I believe.
There's got to be something to that because
But
a lot of places.
You have to think they told the Manning family, look, he's going to start. We'll never pull him out. If he comes to Texas, please, 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 please. And now look what they're at.
They got Texas A&M 34, LSU 27. The game's played at LSU. And we're just asking, do you think these scores are close? We're not making
Well, what's the Kentucky production? Let's get down to the brass tacks
I'm getting there. Let's get this one first. You agree?
You got Jinx?
A&M 34, LSU 27.
The only thing I don't agree with, I can't see LSU scoring 27 points. I just can't.
No. Kelly got to win this one.
But he's
got to win this game.
He'll be gone.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is what you're talking about, Kentucky. Here we go. The experts. Tennessee 42, Kentucky 20.
Well, okay, what do you got to say about that?
I think it's wrong. I say hell no.
Yeah,
I can't make
it's gonna be
comment.
worse.
It's going to be a lot worse.
SEC rules and regulations.
Okay, invoking the FCC.
They'll get him back in basketball.
I'm going to the FCC, the NCAA.
That's right.
The FBI.
CIA.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Screw them all.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Love all of them. Let's talk about David Adams. I love Russ and Amber. We're going to get down there. Like you said, we need to get something special made. And I need to get something special made for my granddaughters.
Gold's at an all-time high, so if you want to buy, if you want to sell your silver and and gold jewelry, they pay top dollar.
If you want that yard you got Wildcats look better than it does now. I mean, it's like a ball yard. I mean, it's like there's no hair, no grass,
and I want to get rid of that buzzing in my ear.
You need to, man. Well, I tell you what you need to do. You call Patrick, Turpo Pest Control. They'll come out. They'll develop a game plan. You'll be glad you went with them. You know why? They'll execute it, and your yard will look like a golf course.
A lot of people don't think about putting down fertilizers and pre-emergence and stuff like that in the fall because, the grass isn't growing. But now is the time to call and get pre-emergent set.
What if you got bugs in your house? Bugs in your yard?
Same difference.
Call him.
They're going to come in there and get warm just like you are.
Yep, this Patrick, man. Every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. What about Vandy Roofing? Kyle Vandergriff. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. General contracting, they can design, build anything, commercial, residential, whatever you want, they'll get it done. But if you're looking for just that special roof, the insurance company called and they said, look, it's 15, 16, 17 years old. We're not going to cover you. You need a new roof, and you need it now. You call Vandy Roofing, they'll get it done. They're number one, not even close. We'll be right back.
And they'll take care of the insurance stuff, too, which is always a hassle.
Here's your South Carolina hash, okay?
The game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning, this is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and temps near 79. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 6 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Sunny tomorrow and a high 80 with a gentle breeze. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 79. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
That boot store reminds you, football weather means colder weather can't be far off. Now's a great time to shop for those winter work coats, shirts, and shoes. Janice and Irene, along with the staff, welcome you to stop by and shop for the whole family at that boot store. Remember Joe's motto, always put Jesus first in your life. Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 on Friday and Saturday. That boot store, next to Billboard Kia on 15th Street, Panama City.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
For a great meal, great atmosphere, great customer service. Look no other than Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Pat Purno, City Commissioner over there, is incredible. Go check it out. And Mosley Dolphins, they got a game Thursday night. Get down to Beef O'Brady's before the game. Head out to Tommy Oliver and celebrate that big win. And then Friday, come on back and eat again. Saturday, get there and watch all the ball games. You got a big party. You want 200 wings? You want 100 wings? It doesn't matter how many wings you want. You call Pat, they're going to be waiting on you. They do a great job with that. Anything else you want on that menu, they'll have it there for you. But better to stay and eat there, though, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. All right, Arkansas, you got that offense is explosive, defense not so much. Auburn and Arkansas must win for Hugh Freeze. He's got to get a win. They have got to win this football game. They played some tough places, man. They lost at Oklahoma, kind of got robbed there. They lost at Texas A&M. They gave Texas A&M all they wanted, a close-fought, hard-fought football game there. Could have won it. They lose at home against Georgia. We all know what happened there. And then last week, again, another heartbreaking win. That's 4 games they were in at the end of the ball game and couldn't do anything on the offense side of the ball to make them get a win.
Just think if they had an offense, just a competent quarterback, all these receivers, I mean, that's what's going to get him fired. I mean, he's picked the last 2 quarterbacks, and what's the difference between Jackson Arnold and Peyton Thorne? I don't see one, you know.
And that, you know what? You're right. He made that selection. He's got to live with it. And if you don't have players this day and age and you know you're short a player here or there, that's on you because you can go get one.
Yeah, Mendoza was out there, the Indiana quarterback. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there and you don't need a superstar in this day and age. You need a guy that can distribute the ball. Look at Ty Simpson, look at Sayin at Ohio State. These guys aren't like Vince Young that are running all over the field. They're just hitting their playmakers, letting their playmakers do what they need to do. It's just, I don't know. They got to do a better job evaluating the position.
I'm stating the obvious here, but just for those who don't know, Auburn in the last 4 games has scored 17, 10, 10, and 17.
Yeah, the second half is like nothing.
Yeah, in this day of college football where everybody's winging the ball like we talk about and just scoring a lot of points, they haven't scored 20 points in 4 games. I mean, that's just unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't care who you're playing. That's just unheard of.
Let's look at the game. This could be the game that solves Auburn's offensive problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Arkansas's defense is ranked 126 in the nation yards per play. Okay? You can score on Arkansas. The problem is their offense is really good, but that matches up with Auburn's defense. Auburn's defense is lights out. They're good. They're really good.
They've been in every game, and they can't score. So
they hit. They can fly. Yeah. They're good against the run. They're good against the pass. No problem. This has got to be the game the offense shows up and wins. That you talked about in the press conference. I guess he's going to give the backup quarterback an opportunity to play in this one.
Said in the practice they're going to split the reps, so he may play, he may not. We've heard this a lot from Hugh Freeze, and then we see the same things. They need to run the football. I mean, they need to establish the run, get that 4, 5, 6 yards, get in the easy second and third. Absolutely, 100%. And there's times that he should be running the football, and he's just trying to throw the ball downfield. Now, I don't get it.
I'm looking at their stats here. So this D Knight, the backup, is that Deuce Knight?
Yeah,
he's from Mississippi. So they're talking about getting him reps in the game?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do they got to lose?
That's my point.
He's a kid who was committed to Notre Dame. He's from Mississippi. He's good.
He's a 5-star
ball player. Go back to Arkansas's defense. They've had 11 sacks the whole year. 11 sacks the entire year. So you would think we can. Now, I will say this: the starting center, he's a stud now. He's out towards ACL. He's done for the year for Auburn. That's not a good thing. The offensive line, they've given up some sacks at Auburn, penalties and things like that, but I think they have improved. It goes down to court. You can't hold on the ball forever.
Yeah, I was going to say, a couple of those games, that was on the quarterback, too.
Yeah. All right, let's look at Hugh Freeze. Now, over-under in this game is 57.5. I don't know if I'd touch that or not.
And who's
57.5 over and under.
And who's favored in this?
Auburn's a slight favorite.
Where are they playing?
At Arkansas. 11:45 kickoff on the road. You got to win this ball game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you look at who's Arkansas's played and who's Auburn's played. Auburn's played a tougher schedule, and they could have won every single game they were in, every one of them.
But they got tougher teams on the horizon if they don't win this game.
I think they got Vandy left and Bama. The other ones, I think they should win.
Those two are losses.
They got Kentucky, Vandy.
Come on, Kentucky.
Mercer and Alabama.
Okay, yeah.
You got Kentucky, you got Vandy and Alabama.
But if he loses this and loses two more, they miss a bowl game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's got to win this ball game. Now, Hugh Freeze, head football coach at Auburn, 1-12 versus ranked teams. 0-4. First 3 seasons, 0-4 in SEC starts. 0-4. 3 years in a row. 5-15 SEC play. 5 wins, 15 losses. This is the one that's going to kill him.
Let me throw this out there, okay? I'm the Yankee here. All right, let me throw this out there. What's different about Hugh Freeze's record compared to Brian Harson's? Harsin would have been fired by now.
Oh, he's out the door.
He's 1-12 against and 5-15. What'd you give me those again?
All right. In the last 3 years, he started out against SEC teams 0-4, 3 consecutive years. He's 1-12 versus ranked tems. 5 wins, 15 losses versus SEC schools. But this is one that's going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
He's 9 wins, 10 losses at Jordan-Hare. Have you ever been to a game there? It's hard to lose. It's hard to go in there and win.
It really is.
Yeah. He's got a losing record at home.
So here's my question to all the Auburn people. What's saving him?
Recruiting.
But, okay, I'm just being devil's advocate.
Well, no, I
Doesn't mean
get
I
it.
agree with it. But,
right.
Okay, you recruit these guys. All right, Hugh, what have you done with them?
I think they just keep thinking, okay, next year, if we get the right quarterback, then, with these wide receivers.
Just like James said a little bit ago, that's your job to go get one. If this one's not working out, go get you one.
If you look at Auburn's recruiting
class
last year and some of the guys they're getting this year, like Braylon Womack, to me, is very similar to the Caleb Downs. They got Autry, which was a 5-star defensive lineman that came in. They got some defensive ends that were 5 stars.
They got players.
They got 3 5-star wide receivers. They added one to the transfer portal.
And they got a 1-star quarterback.
And then they go out and pick a quarterback that got benched at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'd have Jets everywhere you can get Cole. Those receivers, get the ball in their hands somehow. Just hand it off to them. Do something. They can play. They got players, and it's not you coach them up, but he's got to go out in the field and execute. And that quarterback just holds on to the ball too. I don't know if he lost his confidence. I don't know what it is.
It just might not be very good. This is his second stop, and he hasn't been good at either one. So
he has the most rushing attempts on Auburn, too. He has 100 rushing attempts in 7 games. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, 14 a game?
But you know what, though? If they do go on the road...
Michael Vick? I mean, come on.
And they do get the win this week. It's like, I can see them looking... they got Kentucky next. That should be a win. And then they got Vandy's a tough game. The one before Alabama's a cupcake. Then you got Bama. So they win one of those 2 games. They say they beat Vandy. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what their record is. Alabama going in there, I don't care. They get on there a lot of times. They call this national championship, SEC. They'll play against Bama. That's going to be a 1 series game regardless.
Well, one thing I don't see, I haven't seen the team quit on him yet. They seem to be playing hard, and they're in every single game. Like Oklahoma, the Georgia game, to me, that call at the end of the first half really changed the dynamic. They could have been up 17-0 going into halftime. That's a completely different game. But one thing I do want to address with them is coaching is about making changes, on the fly, and they just seem like they do the exact same thing. The first half, it's working. Like Kirby Smart's going to make adjustments. Right. He's one of the best defensive coordinators in the country. He's going to take away what you're doing well in the first half, and they just don't seem to have that counter. But we'll see.
Not so far.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. Let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding sponsorships. Appreciate all of them. Just like Stevenson Air Conditioning, just like Steve's Bike Shop. I love Steve. Thanks for calling in today, Steve, by the way. He is the swim coach at Mosley. He does a great job. They've been in business since $1,279. Incredible. They do a wonderful job. Steve's Bike Shops were located on 23rd Street, right across from the street from Sam's. You're looking for electrical bikes, and everybody is. If one of your electrical bikes screw up anyway, they repair them like no other. They give great deals on new ones and used. Steve's Bike Shop. Guy's incredible. Get out to one of the Ford newbies. Have a wonderful time. Love John and Charlotte. They're always giving back to the community. Let's make sure we get out to support them. Newbie to the Curve. Go watch all sporting events and then head on down to the mothership because you know you're going to be there, and Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for your pleasure. I'm telling you that right now. They're incredible. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, ice cold beer. You can't beat it. The legend himself's there every day. Go by and say hello to J. Michael's. He's a great man. No doubt about that. Also, let's take a break. Can we do that?
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays, 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your NFL and college football headquarters is Dak Cajun Place. With 27 TVs, you won't miss a play or a game. Score 50-cent wings during live games every Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. 50-cent wings. And $5 pitchers during live games only at Dak Cajun Place. LSU and Saints fans, wear your team colors and get free Jell-O shots when LSU or the Saints score. Plus brunch on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 2 with $3 mimosas. Game like a local at Dak Cajun Place.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, all you Tiger Sharks down there in Port St. Joe, you want a great lunch today, get out to Taco Bell. They got DoorDash, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I tell you what, before the game, after the game, all you Tiger Sharks, get down to Taco Bell. We got 3 locations in Panama City Beach for wonderful Taco Bells, and also Callaway. Get out there and support them. Big-time supporter of high school athletics, Taco Bell. Go Tiger Sharks. Also, that Cajun place, I love those people down there. Jay and Trudy, wonderful people. They're giving back to the community right now. We know in the summertime it's hard to get in there. Rick does a great job running the place down there for them. Wonderful people. Now, you get down there at 10 o'clock, they open the doors, you get a brunch on Saturday mornings, get your perfect seat. Games kick off. We're going to be down there Saturday morning at 11:45 watching the Auburn Tigers take on Arkansas and all the other noon games. We'll be down there watching those. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. You can't beat that anywhere. That Cajun place. Now on Sundays, the North Shore Jazz Band will be playing, and they're incredible. And then at 12 o'clock, they play from 10 to 12. Then all of a sudden, NFL games everywhere. TV's on, 27-plus TVs. And if you're a Saints fan, wear your shirt, wear your jersey. They score a touchdown, get a free Jell-O shot. LSU Saturday night, get to the Cajun place. They got a huge game against Texas A&M. Wear your shirt. They score. Free Jell-O shot. Can't beat it. That Cajun place. All right, help me out. Yes or no, comment, whatever you think. Jason Covalessi. Georgia is the second best half football team in the college football.
Second best.
Second half team, not the whole game.
Okay.
Second half.
Why not? Yes.
That nobody makes adjustment like Kirby Smart.
Right.
Saw him do it against Auburn. Saw him against Ole Miss. Saw him do it against Alabama. The guy.
Offensively, I'll say.
Yeah. Jim, you agree?
Yeah.
Nobody makes
sense.
Yeah,
they do a good job.
No. Yes, no, give me your opinion. Lane Kiffin should leave Ole Miss for Florida. You can win a national championship at Florida. You can't at Ole Miss. What's your opinion on that? Should he leave and go to Florida?
Man, I'm a big loyalty guy, so let's just say yes. I'd like to see it just to see if Florida, if they're going to make the next, step with Lane. It's not a guarantee, but I'd like to see Lane at Florida, just see how it works out. Personally,
yeah, I think he'll go. I do.
Wow. Okay.
I'm actually leaning that he will resign, but I would like to see him at Florida and see what he could do with that program.
If he stays at Ole Miss, he gets the top players every year out of that state. They got money. He stayed, didn't take the Auburn job because they promised him they would get NIL money, and they did. And you pointed out that's the key now.
And I think they will make him the highest paid coach outside of Kirby because Kirby's got that escalator in the SEC.
Now, he can be the Steve Spurrier of Ole Miss. He goes to Florida. You just next guy.
He could be fired in 4 years like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Like Dan
Depends
Mullen.
on what you want, Lane.
It all comes down to what is your ultimate goal? Is it to live well? Is it to win a lot of games, not be stressed out? Or is it to win national championships? And I don't know what's ultimately the most important to him. Because I'm like you, you're not going to win national championships at Ole Miss. That's just my opinion. I mean, when's the last time they won it? When
1960 something.
1959?
Yeah.
I mean,
I heard his wife doesn't like Florida for whatever reason. There were some issues with her wanting to be there. So
that was Alabama. She don't want to be at Alabama, I don't think.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right, here we go. Look at him. He had the Tennessee game. Hey, guys, I was kidding. I got to go.
Right.
He leaves and go to USC. He is at Ole Miss. When Alabama came open, I don't care what anybody said, he wanted that job. He likes the big name, USC, Alabama. Is Florida a bigger name than Ole Miss? Yes.
Yes. I think his ego drives a little bit of his motivation, so I do think that he's going to take a look at these jobs. I even think he'll take a look at Penn State, even though I don't think that's going to be a good fit culturally.
No.
But he's going to be courted. Sexton's going to get him the biggest contract or re-sign with Ole Miss that he could possibly get.
But one thing now, and this is a factor. It was one thing, because it was a factor with me. His daughter, his wife, they're all back, and they're back together.
Right.
And they like it there.
Yep.
They like the people there. Man, I don't think they want to go. I could be wrong on that, but we'll see. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. All right. Vandy. Can they make the run in college playoffs? Will they make the college playoffs this year? We're talking Vandy.
I'm going to say no, just because the rest of their schedule is brutal. I mean, they got a tough.
A 9-3 Vandy's not getting it.
No. And I don't see them making the championship game to where they would be a surefire, in. So, big game this weekend. We'll see.
Wildcat. Listen, after Jim, I want your opinion on this.
All right.
You got to know that the ultimate talking heads to make these decisions would love to see a Vanderbilt in there. So if there's any way that they're eligible, they're going to put them in. That's what I think. Well, talk about a story. Vanderbilt making the playoffs. Are you kidding?
Okay. Do they make it? Does Vandy make it? They got a tough schedule going forward. They beat LSU at home. They got another huge game. Game day is going to be there this Saturday versus.
That's going to be the game that this up and coming. That's the game that's going to make the decision. It's still probably kind of up in the air. I'm going to say it's still up in the air. This will be the game that makes the decision definitively.
I don't think they make it. I don't.
They got Missouri this weekend. They go to Texas. They got Auburn. They got Kentucky at home, and then they go to Tennessee to finish out.
They got a tough schedule.
Oh, really?
And that Tennessee.
They've only got one loss. They can't afford two more.
They got to win this game, in my opinion. I think they can beat Texas, but that's going to be tough at Texas, so we'll see. Texas got a really good defense, even though they're struggling on offense.
That's my next question. Texas, #1 team in the country preseason, depending on what poll you looked at. Penn State, I think, was another one. Texas, will they make the playoffs?
Absolutely not. They're terrible.
No.
Wildcat, Texas
not
make
with
it?
Arch Manning, a quarterback.
Nope.
Can you believe that? What you just said? He was the preseason Heisman favorite. Feinbaum says the greatest quarterback.
He's got 7 games. What has he done? Not very much.
His stats last year.
And a lot of people that watched that high school film and kind of knew, why he was sitting behind yours wasn't buying into that hype. Steve Spurrier is one of the best quarterback coaches in the country. He made a great point. If he was so great, if he was this generational talent, why wasn't he starting against in front of yours? Yours was a 7th-round pick. It's not like he was some superstar. So we never understood that one.
Now, do they start turning on Stark now, or will it be next year if he has another?
Oh, they already have. If you go to their message board, they already have. So, I think it's every fan base wants to fire their coach after every loss. Yeah. It's just the toxic way we deal with losses now as fans.
It's become a fad.
It's really
What
has.
did we tell you last week? We had a guy that coached with us, is coaching there now. This guy can coach. Look what he's doing against highly ranked teams. Louisville. We said, watch out, Miami. They wouldn't cover. I didn't know they'd win, but I knew Miami wouldn't cover. The question is, to you 3 experts, does Miami win the ACC? Does Louisville have 1 loss, right? Mm-hmm. To Virginia, correct?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it's to Virginia. I think. I could be wrong on that. Who wins? No, not who wins. Does Miami win the ACC?
Without knowing the tiebreakers and all that,
Georgia
I can't
Tech's still undefeated. No loss.
Thank you. And Virginia's in it. Louisville's in it. There's 4 teams in it. And they're going to play like everybody else.
I still think they're the best team in the ACC. I mean, I still think their offensive and defensive line. I just think Carson Beck had a horrible game. I think they make the playoffs. I don't know what the tiebreakers are, what their scenario is to get to the ACC championship game. I still think they're the best team in the ACC, just without knowing those things, and I still think they make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not sure they play Georgia Tech this year.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, that's
Miami. No,
yeah.
Miami. I already looked at that.
So really, what will they do if Georgia Tech?
I don't know.
It's going to be the highest ranked teams. I guarantee you.
Probably.
Yeah.
If it's not head to head,
does Miami win the ACC?
Probably.
Miami win the ACC.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go, yeah.
I mean, listen to their schedule, though. They play Stanford this
Who are we talking
weekend.
about now?
Miami.
Okay, it's Miami.
They're at SMU, which is a tough game. Syracuse, NC State, at Virginia Tech.
There you go.
They're in.
Yeah, they're in.
Whether they may, and to be honest,
they might get in, but they might win it.
Yeah, they probably would be.
Don't
better.
sleep on Georgia Tech now.
No, they're competitive. That quarterback's tough.
Everybody's harping on head coaches and offensive coaches and defensive coaches, and I never really is like, yeah, you need a good coach, but you need good players too with good attitudes and everything like that. And then I watched the game last night on Monday Night Football with Detroit, and they just hired a new offensive coach who used to, play ball just years ago. And I mean, they just turned it on.
Yeah, they did. They played well.
I mean, did you see that game?
I watched about a quarter of it.
I watched it to halftime, and I mean, they just turned it on.
Yeah, they did.
Against
Baker Mayfield was awful in that game. I don't know what he was doing. I mean, he just missed wide open receivers all night. Threw it over at Bilka's head. He could have had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I got questions.
Fumbles. All right, let's move along.
But I mean, that was the importance of it.
That was,
coaches,
you know what?
Coaches, I know, it's insightful.
That was very good. I was impressed with that.
Go on.
South Carolina, we just talked about them, the struggles, 4 out of 5 they've lost. Should Shane Beamer, preseason top 15 team, should he be fired?
I would say no. I don't think their expectations are that high. I mean, They did really well last year. They're kind of struggling this year. They're not going to whack him after 1 year.
I agree with that. I mean, unless he leaves on his own, maybe to take the Virginia Tech job. I just see them.
If I'm him, I think I'd go.
Crying out loud, 1 year? I mean, give him a break.
The problem is Virginia Tech 5 years down the road, if we get super conferences, are they in it?
Or are you fired next year?
Exactly.
Do you want to
flip a coin?
Yeah. All right.
Get a big buyout.
Should they fire him, Wildcat? Yes or no?
No. All
right. We'll come back. Let's talk about some of our great people. Jason, let's start with you. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You guys do an incredible job down there. You can try it before you buy it. Where are you located? How's the best way to get up with you?
We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. You can come by and see us. You can get on our InBody 570 to track your results. We've got a free sample bar. We're also located in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods with our free sample bar and InBody 570. We have certified sports nutritionists on staff. If you want to get on a meal plan, find out what to eat, when to eat it, take the guesswork out of it where you're trying to build muscle or lose body fat. But you can come by either location and give us a shot and grab some free samples.
Eddie Norton, we want to know, should Shane Beamer be fired? Let us know your opinion. You can text or call us, 215-6290. This stud played at Lanier High School. He is a man's man. You know what? Women love him. I fear him. He's unbelievable. Eddie Norton. All right, let's talk about some of our other wonderful people. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, David Adams Jewelry. I love those people down there. That Cajun place, oh my goodness. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Newbies, Dr. Ward, Dr. Mitchell, the legend, every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida, and he'll be on the sidelines somewhere this week. 26 years giving up his weekends for Bay District School athletes. The guy's a legend. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
He doesn't play well on the field, and he causes headlines off the field. Tua this year has been a disaster. Someone told him, I'm convinced, you've got to be a vocal leader. Well, if you're not a vocal leader naturally, you can't just become one overnight and just start talking for the sake of your voice being heard. Tua should not play one more snap ever again for the Miami Dolphins.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour and temps near 79. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 6 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Sunny tomorrow and a high 80 with a gentle breeze. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 79. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Mentorship might sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. Just showing up can spark confidence and connection in a child's life. Right now, more than 300 kids in Northwest Florida are waiting for a mentor. Be the one who makes a difference. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to get started.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Eddie Norton says yes. He'll probably end up at Virginia Tech. We're talking about Shane Beamer. You know how it is. It gets ugly real quick wherever you're at. You start losing football games, especially in the SEC. They want you going. All right, question. UCLA. Man, it's amazing what we're seeing there. Should they hire coach's son, the offense coordinator, as the head coach?
I would.
What's his name?
Neuheisel.
No, first the boy, the son.
Neuheisel.
His last name's Neuheisel. I don't know his first name.
Jerry, I think.
Jerry.
Jerry Neuheisel.
It's Jerry. Should they hire Jerry?
Why not? They don't invest in football, so you might as well let him.
He looks
take a
just
shot
like his
at it.
dad.
Yeah, he does.
He looks. It's hilarious.
Looks like he's only
Don't
15
hire
years old.
family in your business.
He does, but he's young.
Keep your family
He's
out
got
of your
Nico
business.
playing as good as he's ever played. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess
Doing
freshman
something
year
right.
Nico was pretty good, but I mean, obviously he can coach. I don't know if he's ready to be a head coach, but UCLA's not serious about football. So,
Do you think they do it? Do they hire him?
I think they're going to go through a search, and I think he'll be one of the candidates.
I say no.
I'm with you. I don't think he gets.
Yeah, he's not experienced to be in a program like that.
Will FSU fire their head football coach after the season?
Yes.
Yeah, I already been on
he's already
record.
fired.
I said yes.
I think they're just trying to get the money up.
Wildcat, is he gone?
Gone.
All right. Last question.
Jason said money.
Does the Ohio State Buckeyes lose a game in 2025? You got the rest of their schedule?
They got Penn State. And
They got
Michigan,
Penn State.
basically.
I don't know what order. They got Penn State. They got Purdue. They got Rutgers. They got
Michigan.
UCLA and Michigan. I don't know what order.
UCLA is a sneaky game because they're playing pretty good.
Where's that game at?
At home.
Yeah. Regular season or just total?
Let's just say, let's don't say playoffs. Let's say the Big Ten championship and regular season.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no. I've coached a long time. Anybody can lose. You can.
For sure, 100%.
Anybody
We've been
can
saying
lose.
all season long that there will be no.
Everybody else is getting upset now. Everybody else.
No perfect seasons for anybody.
Juju and I were talking about this in the car the other day, and I said, to me, or Ohio State rather, is like Alabama under Nick Saban. To beat them, you got to have your A game. You're not going to sneak by them, not normally. You got to play really, really well to beat Ohio State right now. I mean, you can't be. I just don't see them losing to UCLA. I just don't.
And I think the reason is the defense.
Yeah,
I mean,
their
who's going to
defense is
score
unbelievable.
24 on them? I mean, they've given up, 13 points was the most they've given up all year.
They got 41 points in 7 games.
And everybody's like, they don't play anybody. Well, there's a lot of teams out there that don't play a lot of tough schedules. I mean, they did play Texas. They did play Washington. It was supposed to be a great offensive
Illinois.
team. They got guys on that defense at every level that are All-Americans. They're going to be first-round picks. You got Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles. You got Cade McDaniel. I mean, saying that's just the defense I'm talking about because defense travels. That's what's going to keep them in every game. But I will say this: Michigan gets better every week.
They are. I got to give them credit, man.
That is going to be a good, close, hard-fought game, just like every Michigan Ohio State game.
Throw out the records.
You throw out the records. Those guys are going to be highly motivated. They probably need that win to get into the playoffs.
See, the Michigan's like Auburn, Alabama.
For sure.
They're not scared of Ohio State.
Not
Everybody
at all.
else, I don't care what you say. You go, that's 7 points before you walk on the field against Ohio State.
100%.
And they're playing
They
at home.
don't scare them. They're not scared of Ohio State.
No, and they shouldn't be after the last 4 years, whether you want to talk about how they win or why they won it. But the last 4 years, they've handled the series, and they're going to be playing at home.
Michigan and Ohio State, they're going to call it the Yankee game.
Yeah, and that's an ugly rivalry right now.
Let me throw this out here. We're talking. I've been thinking about this a lot. And I wanted to ask the experts here. James Hale says this a lot. Okay, I could live on $50 million and put it in the city or wherever your coach just got fired. And I was a head coach too. And I know the money is generational and your whole family is set for the rest. I get it. I understand it. But that's the job you signed up for. You know that's the expect. You're going to get that kind of money. But at some point, all head coaches at every level have an ego of some kind.
Oh, absolutely.
And James Franklin was crushed when he got fired. I mean, he's like, he didn't see that coming, how he couldn't see it. But what I'm getting at is, I don't know what I'm getting at. I just think it's easy to say, I got $50 million. I can live the rest of my life in Tahiti if I want to. Yeah, you can. But still, there's disappointment. I had this job. I was this close, and I didn't do it. So what do you guys take on that?
I think somebody's going to scoop him up, and he's going to do tremendous. Like, if I was Florida, I'd be running right now.
I think there's a lot of teams should go after him.
100%.
And, I'll be honest with you. I've been there. You don't get over it.
No, you don't. You definitely don't.
It's like the thing at Arnold. I'll never get over that.
Yeah, I agree 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And I had the issues like that too. I don't care what you say. You still think you're the best. You still think you're the best person for that job. When they let you go, it's like, what are you guys thinking of? What are you doing?
Or you were good and could have been the best.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. They were one play away for playing for the national championship last year. A bad Allard pass
you could
over the middle.
tell on a game day, he's still heartbroken. I mean,
I know.
And going somewhere else is not going to solve that. I mean, but you got to get back in it. You got to keep on going. Hell, how old is he?
Can't be. And I don't even think is he in his 60s yet.
No, I think he's 50.
Yeah. He's still young
Something
for
like
the
that.
coaching profession.
If I'm like, I'm going to go ahead a little bit. Let's say it goes south for old Sharon Moore at Michigan. I'd go after James Franklin in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't think he would take that job.
Yeah,
but-
UCLA. I'd go after him in a heartbeat.
UCLA definitely would be a good fit. I just don't think they invest in football. I'm looking at Florida. I'm looking at Auburn. Yeah. I'm looking at Michigan State. They're going to get rid of their coach soon. I mean, there's going to be some jobs opening up. Florida State, to me, because Florida State doesn't have the money to pay the buyout and then hire a coach.
Save money.
Right.
He's already getting $50 million from Penn State. They can pay him $2-3 million a year, and Penn State has to pay the difference in that contract. Right. You get a cheap, elite coach. I mean, you may not win a national championship there, but if you get back to 10 wins, that takes you to the next step, and then that sets the foundation for maybe taking the next step after that.
Yeah,
you got to get back to normalcy with Florida State. You got to get back to winning 8 to 10 to 12 games or 11 games a year, which they were doing under Bobby Bowden, because they have to be better with the recruiting advantages they have in Florida.
Thank you for those kind words. I just got a text.
Somebody doesn't agree with us.
Going back, I don't think Ohio State's going to lose a game. If they do, when the season started, I said Penn State. They're going. You had Michigan win it. You had Ohio State win it. I just thought it's time that he would get one.
Right.
And their quarterback's gone.
Yeah.
And they weren't as good as I thought they were going to be.
No, they're not.
They weren't.
I just never saw it with Allard. I mean, I just never did. I mean,
and he's an Ohio kid. I would love for him to do well, and he has done well to a point, but he's just not. He doesn't have that it factor.
Right.
He just doesn't.
And they don't have a lot of weapons on offense either.
Yeah, receivers.
With Tyler Warren being gone, you lose Abdul Carter on defense. I mean, people just glossed over that and thought, oh, they got Knowles. They're going to, reload.
What happened to no one is going to be undefeated this season because of, NIL and coaches and this, that, and the other? I mean, I heard a lot of people preaching that.
Yeah.
It still could happen. I'm telling you, that Michigan game will be
an injury
tough.
It could be.
That's what I'm saying. We say this, but it won't shock me. I mean, college football is crazy. You have one bad game, you're going to get beat.
And with the clock rules, once you get behind in that third, fourth quarter, that game's shortened so much. You got to start to up tempo and start getting more plays in, because team gets up by 14 late in the third quarter. It's very hard now with those clock rules to come back, because it's a running clock. No matter if you get a first down, run out of bounds, whatever, the clock's running. And that's one thing I've seen over the last year or 2 years with these new clock rules. It's very hard to come back when you're down in the third, fourth quarter.
I didn't think of that.
Well, we got a lot of great games lined up this week, like every week. I mean, this year's flown by, but I love it. I just love college football. I hate the only thing I could change if you couldn't transfer. You made a commitment to the school, you go play there. Now you screw up, you can move one time. That's it. We used to have that. There was no problem with it.
Yeah, I never seen the problem with that.
Keep that like it was. Pay them money. They deserve it. But anyway. The curse of Mississippi State, Napier, you see that?
Yeah. 3
head coaches in the last 5 years, and they got fired after beating or losing to Mississippi State. Gus Malzahn, Jimbo Fisher, and Napier. Do not mess around with those Bulldogs.
Start Vegas, baby.
Jason, real quick, where are you located?
23rd Street in Del Coronado Village, next to Black Sheep Armory Tzatziki's, and Pier Park North, right next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
You want to say one more thing about Vic?
Yeah, just pray for Kim Lee Sellers and the Sellers family. I mean, we lost a great man, and just really heartbreaking for that family.
Yep. All right, we're out. Wildcat, you did a good job like always. Jim, I'll see you Friday. Jason, Friday.
Yep.
We'll be back tomorrow, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show.
The Dolphins, I said that this was the most must-win game of the week.